Now we are going to see the triangular law of vector. Okay. Triangular law of vector is used to find the resultant of the two vectors. Okay. Resultant of the two vectors. Okay. See here. This is the point O. This is the point P. And from here, this is the point Q. And this is the resultant. This is the resultant. So make it as R vector. Okay. Now make it as angle. This is the angle alpha, and you are going to take another triangle. This angle is theta, and this point is A. This is N. This is B. Okay, and here it is B cos theta, and it is B sin theta. Okay. Okay, children, have you drawn the diagram? Make the point O, here P, and it is Q, and the resultant is R. Okay, and this is B cos theta, and it is taken as B sin theta because it describes the graph. Okay, now take the triangle BAN. Take the triangle BAN. Okay, take the triangle BAN. Okay, for finding cos theta. Cos theta equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side by hypotenuse. Okay. Write the diagram here. Take triangle BAN. Okay. This is B. This is A. This is N. Okay. This is the theta. Okay, what is the adjacent side? AN. And this is the hypotenuse. Okay, this is B vector. This is A vector. So adjacent side equal to B cos theta. Adjacent side B cos theta, hypotenuse B vector. Okay. This adjacent side is written as AN. Okay. So AN equal to B cos theta. AN equal to B cos theta. Now take sin theta. Sin theta equal to what? Adjacent side by hypotenuse is cos theta. So sin theta is opposite side by hypotenuse. Okay. Opposite side by hypotenuse. What is the opposite side? B sin theta by B vector. So that Bn equal to B sin theta. Okay, have you noted? Bn equal to B sin theta. Have you written, children? Have you written? Okay. Now take the whole triangle. Okay. Triangle BON. The whole triangle. Okay. Triangle BON. In this triangle, you are going to find the resultant. Okay. That is OB square. OB square equal to this ON square plus NB square. Okay. What is OB square? That is R square. OB square is R square. And what is ON square? ON. Okay. Then OA plus AN. Okay. So this is A vector plus B cos theta. So A vector plus B cos theta the whole square plus what is NB vector? That is B sin theta the whole square. Okay, you understood? Now R square equal to A plus B the whole square. What happens? A square plus B square cos square theta plus A plus B 2 into AB cos theta. Applying that A plus B formula. Okay. Plus B square sin square theta. Okay. Now you take, here it is B cos square theta, B sin square theta. We know one formula, cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1. Have you studied in maths? Yes. Cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1. Okay. Now A square plus, you take the B square common, B square and cos square theta plus sin square theta. And rest 2AB cos theta right here. Okay. Now A square okay, I am writing here. Okay. R square equal to A square plus B square cos square theta plus sin square theta plus 2AB cos theta. Okay. Now A square plus B square into 1 plus 2AB cos theta. Okay. Here R square equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Now R equal to root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. This is the resultant. This is the resultant of the vector. Okay. Now you have find the magnitude. Okay. This is the magnitude. This is the magnitude. Now you have to find the direction. You have to find the direction. Okay. For finding direction, you have to take alpha. For finding the magnitude, we have taken theta, cos theta, etc. But for finding the direction, we are going to take tan theta. Okay, tan theta. What is the formula for tan theta? Opposite side by hypotenuse. Okay, opposite side by hypotenuse. Now, you take this formula right here. Direction of vectors. Going to find the direction of vectors. Okay. What is R vector? R vector is A vector plus B vector. So R vector equal to A vector plus, you are writing in magnitude. Okay. So write it like this, equal to root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Okay, this is the vector you have find. Okay. Now take the angle OBN in the triangle. In triangle OBN. In triangle OBN, take the angle theta, alpha, tan alpha equal to. What is the tan alpha? Opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side, okay? B sin theta by adjacent side, this one. A plus B cos theta. A plus B cos theta. Written. Have you written? Now alpha equal to tan inverse of B sin theta by A plus B cos theta. Okay, this is the alpha. This is the direction. For finding direction, we have to use this formula. For finding magnitude, we have to use this formula. Okay, children, you understood? Right. Take your book, page number 48. In your book, page number 48, okay? 49, example 2.1. Example 2.1. Example 2.1, take it. What is the question? Two vectors, A vector and B vector of magnitude 5 and 7 units. Okay. Their angle is 60 degree. Okay. You have to find the magnitude of the vector and direction. So, you have to use the formula of that magnitude R vector and alpha. Okay. You solve it and make it as a homework. Okay. Exercise 2.1. Example, okay? Example 2.1 in page number 49 is your homework, okay? Do it based upon this formula. Okay, children? This is the addition, okay? We have saw the addition. Now we are going to see the for subtraction. For subtraction, the same formula you take, okay? The same formula for resultant. Modulus of A square plus B square plus 2 AB cos theta. Okay, this is the formula for magnitude. Okay, and for subtraction, what we have to do? A minus B vector. Only the symbol is changed here. Equal to here A square plus B square plus 2AB. Here cos theta. Okay, for subtraction you have to put cos 180 minus theta. Cos 180 minus theta. What is cos 180 minus theta? Cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. Minus cos theta. So here make it A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. This is the magnitude. This is the magnitude formula. Okay. This is the formula for finding the magnitude. Now for finding the direction. For finding the direction, write the same formula. Okay. Write the same formula. equal to tan alpha equal to b sin theta by a plus b cos theta. Okay, this is this formula for addition of vectors, but for subtraction what happens? Theta equal to 180. Theta equal to 180 minus theta. So b sin of 180 minus theta by a plus b cos 180 minus theta. Okay, in the place of theta you have to put 180 minus theta. Okay, what happens? Tan alpha equal to b sin theta by a minus b cos theta. Okay, and alpha equal to tan inverse of b sin theta by a minus b cos theta. Okay children, have you understood? This formula for finding the magnitude, this for finding the direction. Okay, in your book page number 50. Okay, page number 50, example 2.2. Example 2.2 is your homework. Okay, write it in your homework note which I have taught you today. You have to write it in your class book. Okay, these are the triangular law of vectors. Okay, now we are going to see about the equations of uniformly accelerated motion. Uniformly accelerated motion. Have you written, children? Have you noted down the homework? Okay. Equations of uniformly accelerated motion by calculus method. What is calculus method? Here we are going to see about the integration. Have you gone through integration? I think in 11th standard maths. Further only you will study. Okay, now you may don't know about integration. Okay, I will tell you the basic what is integration. Okay, this is the integration symbol. Okay, for integrating x power n into dx. Okay, if there is a question for finding the integration xn power dx, then the formula is x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. This is the formula. This is the formula. For example, x cube. Okay, you have to integrate x cube. Then you have to put like this. Then x power n plus 1. Then 3 plus 1. So x plus 3 plus 1 by 3 plus 1. So what happens? X power 4 by 4. This is the answer. So this is the integration. Okay children, in this equation you will go through integration. Uniformly accelerated motion, there are four most important equations. Okay, the kinematic equations: V equal to U plus AT, V equal to U plus AT, then S equal to U T plus half AT square, UT plus half AT square, where V is the final velocity, U is the initial velocity, A is the acceleration, T is the time taken, S is the displacement, S is the displacement, U is the initial velocity, T is the time, and A is the acceleration, T is the time. Okay, this is the second equation. Then third equation: V square equal to U square plus 2AS. Then further, S equal to U plus V into T by 2. These are the four kinematic equations. Write it down. These are the four kinematic equations. Okay. Now consider an object. Okay. Consider an object. Consider an object. Consider an object with uniform velocity. Okay. With the velocity. Velocity. That initial velocity is taken as U. U is the initial velocity. U is taken as initial velocity. And V is the final velocity. Means if an object is at rest, when object is at rest, it is going to do a function. The starting velocity, the point at which it starts. Okay. Now the velocity is 5, means if it ends the work, its velocity is 6, like that. The difference in velocity. Okay. This is initial velocity. This is the final velocity. Okay. Consider an object. Consider an object moving in a straight line with a uniform acceleration. Here, acceleration is uniform. Acceleration is a constant one. Okay, uniform all over the area. So, A is the acceleration, and that is a constant. Okay. Now, the time t equal to 0 at initial, and final it is t. Okay, starting stage the time is 0. Final there is some t. Okay. Have you noted down? Right. There is a 3 relations. Okay. 3 relations in this equation. This relation is velocity time relation. Velocity time relation. Here displacement and displacement and time. Okay. Velocity and time. Velocity and displacement. Okay. And final, there is displacement and time. There are 3 relations. Okay. Velocity ku time ku ulla relation solra equation, and velocity ku displacement ku irukra relation solra equation. Further, displacement ku time ku, idu displacement, idu time. So there are 3 equations. Okay, 3 most important equation. Okay, it is equation of second one. Okay, I will tell you later. Okay, these 3 are the most important equations of motion. Most important equations of motion. Okay, now we are going to derive how these 3 equations came. Okay, how these equations came. So now we are going to derive it. First of all, velocity and time relation. Velocity and time relation. Okay. Velocity and time relation. Okay. First of all, the acceleration of a body at any instant is given by the first derivative of velocity. What is acceleration? Acceleration equal to change in velocity by change in time. Okay. Acceleration equal equal to change in velocity by change in time. Okay, now this dv equal to a dt. Listen carefully, children. Write it down. A equal to dv by dt. What is A? A is acceleration. dv is change in velocity. dt is change in time. Okay. In integration, only the changes are involved. Dx. So some changes is there. The d indicates changes. Okay. So there is a change in time, change in velocity. Okay. Now you apply the integration. dv. Okay. First you have to apply the initial and final. You have to apply the initial and final. For velocity, initial velocity is u and final velocity is v. Okay. Now a is a constant acceleration. So you take a outside. Now integrate dt. And for dt I told 0 is the initial and t is the final. Okay. Okay children, have you understood? Now this dv, okay, dv is a differentiate form and this is integration. Now this differentiation and integration cancels and becomes v. Upper limit v, lower limit u equal to a. Now this differentiation and integration cancels and t, upper limit t, lower limit 0. Okay. Now we are going to apply upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit minus lower limit. Okay. See. First apply v. So v minus lower limit u. Okay. Here a is outside. Apply the upper limit t. 0 minus 0. Okay. So v minus u equal to a into t. Okay. Have you got? Now you can write v equal to u plus at. Now the first equation is derived. First equation is derived. Write it down. Have you written? Second one is velocity and time relation we have seen. Now displacement and time relation. Displacement and time. Displacement and time relation. Okay. For this, what is the velocity? Velocity is equal to displacement by time. Okay. Velocity is equal to displacement by time. Have you studied the formulas in first unit? Yes. So displacement, no, for finding displacement, velocity equal to change in displacement by change in time. Okay. Change in displacement by change in time. Now write ds equal to v into dt. V into dt. Okay. First equation we have find v equal to u plus at. Isn't it? You apply this v equal to u plus at in this equation. So ds equal to u plus at into dt. Okay. Now ds equal to multiply u dt plus at into dt. Okay. Right. Now apply the integration. ds. For s, 0 to s. Upper limit is s, lower limit is 0. Now u. Take it outside. dt will be inside. Here 0 to t. Now acceleration is constant. Take it outside. t into dt. t into dt. Okay. If t into dt is there, we have to apply the calculus. What I told, x power n into the same t power n dt. Okay, what? X power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So here t power, what here? T power 1. So t power 1 plus 1 by 2. Okay, this is the integration. This is the integration. Okay, now here for ds, this differentiation and integration get cancels and becomes s. Okay, and upper limit is s, lower limit is 0, equal to u into, here also t, upper limit t, lower limit 0, plus a into, what happens? T square by 2, and you have to apply the upper limit also, 0 to t. So 0 to t. Okay, have you understood? Now equal to, you apply upper limit minus lower limit. Okay, upper limit minus lower limit. So s minus 0 equal to u into small t minus 0 and plus a into t square by 2, t square by 2 minus 0. Okay, by applying upper limit and lower limit, we are getting this s equal to ut. Okay, ut plus a into t square by 2. Okay, have you got? Now s equal to ut plus 1 by 2 at square. Okay, this is the second equation of kinematics. This is the second equation. Okay children, have you understood? Velocity equal to displacement by time. Displacement by time. Okay, so we are taking ds equal to v into dt. V into dt. Already in the first equation we have derived v equal to u plus at. Okay, you apply the v equal to u plus at into dt. Okay, now multiply u into dt plus at into dt. Okay, now apply the integration for ds. Integration 0 to s. Okay, 0 is the lower limit, s is the upper limit. For time also 0 is the initial and t is the final. So you take u outside and put it here, and a is the constant. So a take outside, t dt will be here. I told the formula now for t dt, that is by integrating this constant you will get t square by 2. Further you apply like this, cancel the differentiation and integration. Apply the upper limit and lower limit. Okay, you will find the answer. Okay, this is the second equation. This is for displacement and time relation. Okay, have you understood children? Now velocity and displacement relation. Velocity and displacement relation. Velocity and displacement relation. Okay, now acceleration equal to change in velocity by change in time. Change in velocity by change in time. Okay, now you have to multiply with displacement. Okay, into ds by ds. Why we are multiplying it? Because for getting the relation. If we put 4 by 4, what happens? If both cancels and answer is 1. Okay, here is nothing, just here is 1. So we are putting like this. Okay, now we are going to change it. dv by ds into ds by dt. It is changed similarly. Okay, dv by ds, ds by dt. Okay, acceleration equal to dv by ds into ds by dt. Okay, have you written? is displacement by time? A equal to dv by ds, and ds by dt is v, that is velocity. Velocity equal to displacement by time taken. So v equal to ds by dt. Okay, you put it like this. Okay, now A equal to dv by 1 by ds into v dv. V dv. Okay, v dv. Now you apply the integration. Okay, so the constant acceleration will come here. Okay, constant acceleration will come here. So ds equal to 1 by a into v dv. Okay, now you apply the integration. ds. Okay, ds, that is 0 to s. Okay, now equal to 1 by a will be constant, make it outside. v dv. Okay, initial velocity by final velocity. Okay, here cancel the integration and differentiation, we get s, 0 to s, equal to 1 by a. Here what happens? v dv. What happens? v square by 2. Okay, and apply the lower limit and upper limit. Okay, s minus 0. Apply the upper limit and lower limit. Okay, 1 by a equal to v square by 2 minus u square by 2. Okay, have you written? Now s equal to, this is v square and this is u square. Okay, right, v square minus u square by common 2a. Okay, yes, equal to v square minus u square by 2a. Okay, now it becomes 2a into s. Okay, comes here. Okay, v square equal to u square plus 2as. v square equal to u square plus 2ax. This is the third equation. Have you got? What is acceleration? Acceleration equal to change in velocity by change in time. Okay. So for calculating the equation, we are putting a ds by ds. Okay. We are putting a term ds by ds. Okay. We have multiplied it and we have transferred it here. See, dv by ds comes here and ds by dt goes here. Okay, what is ds by dt? It is the velocity. Okay, it is the velocity, and you are replacing ds by dt equal to velocity, and the term is here. Now there is v dv. v dv is the integration constant. Okay, so we are putting v dv here and 1 by ds here. Okay, then transfer ds here and a comes here. Now putting the integration, ds 0 to s, and here initial velocity u and the final velocity v. Now you apply the upper limit minus lower limit. Here v dv means what? v dv means x power n dx. What will be the formula? X power n plus 1 by n plus 1. This is the integration on basic integration. Okay, so for v dv what we put? V square by 2. Apply the terms. Okay, now equation comes like this. Okay, these are the three equations of motion. These are the three equations of motion. Okay, now you take the first equation. Now you take the first equation, v equal to u plus at. v equal to u plus at. Okay, now at equal to what happens? v minus u. at equal to v minus u. Okay, then t equal to v minus u by a. t equal to v minus u by a, or a equal to v minus u by t. We are resolving from here. v equal to u plus at. This is the first derived equation. Now at, you take at equal to v minus u. Then from here t equal to v minus u by a. If you take a equal to v minus u by t. Okay. Now we are going to apply it in the equation 2. S equal to ut plus half t square. S equal to ut plus half a t square. Okay. Right. Now S equal to ut plus half. For a, you apply it here. For a, this a, b minus u by t into t square. T square means t into t. So cancel 1 t. Okay. So S is equal to ut plus half b minus u into t. Okay. S is equal to ut plus half b minus t into this. Okay. Now take the LCM. Take the LCM. Okay. ut plus half. Is it visible, children? Okay. What becomes here? B into t. B into t minus u into t. Okay. Take the LCM. 2ut. Okay. Plus bt minus ut. Okay. So 2ut minus ut. ut plus bt. S equal to. Okay. So S equal to u of. No. Take t as common. B plus. Okay. Have you got? And this 2 is here. This 2 is here. Okay. This is the answer. Okay, children. Have you understood? These are the equations of motion. These are the equations of motion. Have you written? Now we are going to see equations of motion under gravity. Equation of motion under gravity. Equation of motion under gravity. Okay. There is a practical example of a straight line motion. Okay. A boy standing on a top of a building. Okay. A boy standing on a top of a building and he is dropping a ball. He is dropping a ball. What happens? If a boy is standing on the top of a building and he is dropping a ball, what happens? The ball will come down straightly. Okay. Why it comes down? Why it comes down? It's due to gravitational force. It is due to gravitational force. I already taught you the gravitational forces of nature. Sir Isaac Newton was inventing that one. Okay. When he was sitting under an apple tree, apple hit his head. Okay. So at that time he was overthinking of it. Okay. Finally he discovered the gravitational law. Okay. So a boy was standing on the top of the building and dropping a ball. It will come down due to gravitational pull. Now we have founded the equations of motion. Okay. We have founded the kinetic equation. Now we are going to derive that equation into gravity. Okay. If it is in gravitational force or if a body is in gravity or a body falling from a height, what happens? What is the gravitational pull? Okay. Let us see. Okay. Write the equations of motion. The first equation is V equal to U plus AT. V equal to U plus AT. This is the first equation. And second one, S equal to UT plus half AT square. Okay. And the third one is V square equal to U square plus 2AS. These are the three equations of motion. Okay. Now this acceleration. What is this acceleration. If the acceleration, the formula is F equal to ma. If it is a normal body, if it is in gravity, so it becomes F equal to mg. We already studied about this. F equal to mg. So this A is transferred to G. A is transferred as G. Acceleration is changed to acceleration due to gravity. So what happens here? V equal to U plus GT. Okay, and here S equal to UT plus half GT square, and third one V square equal to U square plus 2GS. Okay, simply this acceleration is converted to G, acceleration due to gravity. If it is in, the equations are under the motion of gravity. Okay, now you apply U equal to 0. U equal to 0. If you apply U equal to 0, what happens? This is the first equation, second equation and third. Okay, this first equation becomes V equal to, what happens if U is 0? V equal to GT. V equal to GT. Okay, and see the second equation. What happens if you apply U equal to 0 here? S equal to half GT square. F equal to half GT square. Further you apply U equal to 0 here. What happens? V square equal to 0. Okay, plus 2GS. Only 2GS. Okay, these are the three equations if we apply U equal to 0. Okay, have you understood, children? Now, in this equation, third equation, for displacement S, you have to apply Y, because it comes along the Y axis. It comes along the, this is X, this is Y, this is Z. So the body falls from Y axis, isn't it? The displacement is from, the boy is standing here, the boy is standing here, he is putting the ball from here, no, it comes in Y axis. So the displacement S is changed to Y. So this equation becomes V square equal to 2GY. 2GY. Okay. I understood. Now take the second equation. S equal to half GT square. Now the small t equal to capital T. Small t equal to capital T, and the distance S equal to G. Sorry, S equal to Y. S equal to Y. Okay, apply here. Y equal to half G into T square. Okay. Now T square equal to, what happens? 2Y by G. So T equal to root of 2Y by G. Are you seeing clearly? T equal to 2Y by G. Okay, these are the equations of motion under gravity. These are the equations of motion under gravity. Okay, children, have you understood? And take this equation. V square equal to 2GS. So V equal to root of 2GS. That is V average. Okay, V average equal to root of 2GS. Okay. These formulas are used in motions under gravity. Okay, children. This much today. Okay. We have studied triangular law of vectors for addition and subtraction. I have given two sums. Okay, two sums as a homework, and these three equations you should write in your classwork. Okay, and two sums I have given as a homework, and you have to write these three as assignment also. Assignment also. Okay, children. Homework, I have given two problems. Okay, two problems I have given you. Write it as homework. And second one, the three equations. Okay. of motion, triangular law. Okay, that 3 equations which I today taught. Write it in your classwork. Write in classwork and also make it as assignment. The 3 equations which I taught today, you have to write it as a classwork and also assignment. The homework is the 2 problem. Homework is the 2 problem applied by using the triangular law of vectors. Okay children, thank you. First